So this might be a fairly unpopular opinion, but I don't like Tempest Fest. Now, is Tempest Fest an inherently bad thing? No, but the principle of it just irritates me to my core, because Tempest Fest, for those of you who don't know, which I don't know who that would be, most of you probably play this game, but for those of you who don't, it's a limited time event where it's basically the nation building function on crack and gives you actual rewards for completing it. The rewards are fine enough, like they're nothing special, but you know, it's free shit and it's extremely easy to do. Like if you have a box of characters, then you can do it. The thing about Tempest Fest that irritates me is the method at which you do it. It consumes stamina, and a lot of it. It's not something where you're gonna use 1 stamina, 2 stamina, 5 stamina, 100 stamina. You can very easily use thousands trying to complete this. And it's not something that you are going to be able to do immediately or really complete at all if you can't spend... Either you need to have been playing the game for a very long time and just have an unnecessary amount of healing potions just at the ready, or you just need to be willing to not play the game for a while, because stamina is the one thing that enables you to play about 85% of the game. So the fact that this event uses the only resource that allows you to play the rest of the game in mass, in principle, irritates me to no end. Because fuck me if I want to be able to play that beatdown battle you just brought back. Fuck me if I want to actually finish the Gobta I didn't finish last time because I couldn't be asked. Hell, there's 3 beatdown battles out right now. Imagine if you had just downloaded the game 2 months ago, right? Your box and your, resources are good enough to be able to survive in the environment the game's currently in. You can play through all the beatdown battles, you can get through all the events, and you can even attempt, the Tempest Fest. You have enough characters to, at the very least, get a decent amount of the rewards. Which one would you realistically prioritize? Playing the game, or getting a handful of rewards? If the Tempest Fest rewards were actually, really, really good, then maybe I'd still be upset that you're basically just telling me to either spend money or not play the rest of the game until this event goes away, or I've somehow managed to max everything out. But you couldn't have just made this thing take its own grindable resource to use. You couldn't have had maybe an event where I could use that same stamina to actually grind a resource, give me something to actually do. That's one of the biggest issues with this game, is that 95% of the time there is fuck all to do, and for that 5%, 80% of that is just use 1 orb and you win. This game has a very, very, very massive content problem, and shit like this doesn't help. God forbid I actually want to play them, because this thing is going to suck all of my stamina. This thing is just going to inhale my entire stamina reservoir, and there's fuck all I can do about it if I actually want the rewards. The last time Tempest Fest came around, I just didn't do it. The rewards weren't worth not being able to play the game. Especially since at the time, I think the Tempest Fest dropped relatively soon in that meta. So the beatdown battle was like still new and I was still testing shit out. So I was like, fuck you. I actually value playing the game more than I value the fucking C tier rewards you get from completing the Tempest Fest shit. Am I complaining just for the sake of complaining for something that does not matter? Yes, absolutely. But fuck you. It's just how I feel, so it's my channel. I'll do what I want with it. I really wish this game would have just given Tempest Fest its own fucking resource to use and not siphon the one resource that you need to play the rest of the game. Because in principle, it just irritates me. And it irritates me with every gacha game. I hate, not even gacha games, just mobile games in general. I hate the idea of trying to force people into all these microtransactions through the stamina system or the energy system. Basically, they limit how much you can play the game to try and get you to spend a little bit of money. It's fucking annoying. I hate the practice, but it's not even just a gacha game thing, it is a mobile game thing. Most mobile games have that feature, and it's so annoying. If you are someone who's been playing for a very long time, like since day one, and you just have thousands of healing potions saved up, you're fine. If you're someone who can just spend as many crystals as you feel like it, you're gonna be fine. If you've either recently had to use all your stamina, because we also just had the Gaijin event like a week ago, which is another stamina sucker, on top of the fact that shit like Tempered Edge and the beatdown battles take a lot of stamina to do, and we just had Corridor of Awakening, which, if you want to complete the bingo missions, also forces you to use an unreasonable amount of stamina. This game right now, weirdly enough, is forcing you to use so much stamina for almost nothing. And I don't even understand why it's doing that, but it is. Anyway, it's not that serious, so I'm gonna stop talking about it now. If you have enough healing potions or money in reserve, then by all means do it. It's free stuff. The rewards are but they're there. They're rewards. They're shit you would not have had if this wasn't here. So I'm not telling people not to do the event. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to tell people not to do it. I'm just expressing my opinion, as I always do on this channel. That's pretty much the only thing I do. I do showcases, and I talk shit. That's all I've ever done. So, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I don't expect many people to agree with me on this one. I think I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I don't really care. Again, I am going to speak my mind, and if you don't like it, maybe you'll agree with the next thing I talk about, because oh boy, are there some things I can talk about. I've been kind of like spreading out the uploads recently, but I've got a few things I want to talk about when it comes to this game, and Dragon Ball Legends. I'm going to be getting back into that as well. So expect the frequency of videos to increase a little bit, but yeah. If you can do this and you're confident that it won't hurt your bottom line of stamina, fucking do it. There's literally no reason not to. But I just wanted to make that point at the end of this video here. If you can do it, do it. You don't have to agree with me. Again, this is all just my opinion, and I don't expect people to agree with me on this one. Stick around. Maybe you'll agree with the points I make in my next video, because those are a bit more grounded in reality and not just my personal preferences. It's about the beat.